So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go longer and then we'll, kind of have a couple minutes when we come back. But I need to tell you guys, let me say something. Years ago, I interviewed Brian Kemp when Brian Kemp was in the primary against Casey Cagle. We were trying to get Casey Cagle, just like here, we're trying to get everybody on. Casey Cagle would not come on. I don't know the reason. I don't know. But Brian Kemp came on. When Brian Kemp came on my morning show at that time, he came in, he had a jacket on, open collar shirt, jeans, and cowboy boots. And the whole team, my whole Shelley Winter Show team at that time, when he left, we all were impressed that he was just dressed so casually. Rick Jackson came into the studio today, very casual, no jacket, regular looking, just regular open collar shirt, very casual. Burt Jones, I'm voting for Burt Jones. I gave him my word. I'm loyal to my friends. I will tell you something after interviewing Mr. Jackson. He is incredibly impressive. Incredibly impressive. I understand now. I questioned the polls. I did say that. I posted them. I talked about them, but I questioned them. I understand now. I understand why there's movement in such a quick move. He's getting movement and traction. The guy comes across as heck of authentic, very authentic. He comes across as just doing what he thinks is the right thing to do. He talks about what he talks about. You heard him here. It comes across authentically. And I really, truly believe when he talks about being Trump, like Trump, I think that's what he means. If you imagine when Trump first came down the golden staircase, why did many of us, well, myself, why did we gravitate towards him? Remember, many of you in the South thought he was a carpetbagger and a Democrat and pro-abortion. That's what you all told me, and then all of a sudden you became MAGA supporters, and now you can't move off the tent at all. But early on, Trump wasn't very well liked or trusted. Mr. Jackson comes across much like Donald Trump did when I first met Donald Trump. Very authentic, very honest, very much, I've done everything else in life. I want to help people. That's how I understood Donald Trump to be. That's how I understood Mr. Jackson to be. My vote is my vote. I'm casting my vote. That vote is locked in for Burt Jones. But I will tell you, sitting across from Mr. Jackson for all this time, I got to tell you, this guy is, he's real. He's real. And I think he causes a problem, he does cause a problem, obviously, for the people that he's running against. Mr. Carr, Mr. Raffensperger, and Burt Jones. He also causes a bigger problem for the establishment Republican Party in Georgia. And let me tell you, that is kind of a good thing. He's putting the Republican Party of Georgia on notice because he's able to go around, much like Donald Trump was able to go around and tell us as voters exactly what was going on. He's able to do that and have no problems, no pushback, no blowback, because there are no donors. There are no lobbyists. It's just us and him. And so I think that's a good thing for the Republican Party in Georgia to be shooken up. And we saw that with Rule 11 in the RNC, and we're going to be talking to the head of the RNC tomorrow about Rule 11. But Rick Jackson does present a problem, not only to his opponents in the gubernatorial race and on both sides, the Democrat and Republican sides. He also presents a problem to the Republican Party and the Republican politicians, as well as the Democrat politicians. Because he's able to do, just like Trump was able to do, he's able to tell us in no uncertain terms why maybe over the last many, many years we've been being screwed around by the people that we elect. And that could possibly be a good thing. No, let me be honest. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. Because if we hold them accountable, if they're held accountable by one of their own, someone who's donated to them, someone who's voted with them, if they're held accountable by him throughout this campaign, win or lose, it does forces us as voters to look differently at them and then possibly vote for different people. And I don't know how this is going to turn out, but this hand grenade that's been thrown in the middle of the governor's race by Mr. Jackson is fascinating to watch. It really, really, really is fascinating to watch. And I think it's about time the politicians were put on notice again, just like they were put on notice in 2015, put on notice again that, hey, maybe it's not time for business as usual. We'll see how it turns out. We will see how it turns out. We'll be right back. It's the Shelley Winter Show.